Welcome everybody to another segment that we had told you we were gonna give you, in which we are talking to professionals, entrepreneurs, and all sorts of people in the city that have a dominion of a second or a third language and that actually implement it in their everyday use, which is why we're able to, even though we're in Mexico City, we're able to have these interviews in English. And in this occasion, I'm only gonna say her name and she's going to introduce the rest of what she does. So, Luz Elena Tobon is our guest for today. It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have such honorable and intelligent people as yourself. Please tell our audience what it is that you do.
Thank you, Israel. Well, good morning. Thanks for being watching us. I am Luz Elena Tobon. I'm a lawyer. My specialization is the Mexican immigration law. We at the LCT Consulting law firm, we take care of all the immigration areas for the expats that come to work or live here in Mexico.
Okay, great. Now, in your field, why would you say that people want to come to our country? Why is it so attractive for all these expats and in general for people to come to the country? What would you say are the main reasons, the main motives?
Well, that question is the one that I like most to answer.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what makes me passionate about this. Because all of my clients remember me, all the good things that Mexico has to offer to the world. Most of the people choose Mexico to come because of all the facilities we give them, because the weather, because all the destinations that we have, because such a lovely culture that we have, all the infrastructure, all the roads, all the things that facilitates the companies to make their investments in Mexico, and also because of our main opportunity area, which is the people. Okay. All the Mexican people is very well rated to welcome all the foreigners in the world.
Wow.
So that's one of our main issues to offer to the world.
You know, it's funny how we, being here in the country, sometimes we take it for granted.
Exactly.
We look at other countries, we speak about them, we watch movies about them, we read about them, but we fail to realize this great location that we have in the world, this privileged location that we have around the world. And hearing this is just such a great reminder of that. Now, Luz, moving along, would you be able to tell us maybe the specifics of what you do? Because I think that sometimes when we hear immigration, we kind of have these generalized ideas, but I know that there are some specifics. Would you be so kind as to share with us the specifics of what you do?
Of course. When we talk about immigration, most of the people think about the irregular immigration that we have in a lot of quantities in Mexico.
Right.
But we at the law firm, we take care of all the regular immigration. Most of our clients are companies, global companies that wants to introduce their services or their products in Mexico. Okay. So a lot of them contact us before they come to invest to Mexico. Okay. Some of them are making and participating in the contest of with the government. Right. No, to build a road, to enter into an airport project. For example, 3 of our clients were involved on those ones. Wow. Yep. We have several companies that come from Europe mainly, that come to invest in that area. Roads, airports, communication area. We also have some Mexican companies that their headquarters are abroad. Right. So the headquarters continuously keep on sending people to capacitate Mexicans in some new areas.
Wow,
no?
Okay.
So we have also as clients some Swiss reinsurance companies, one of the best in the world.
Yes.
Where we have also a lot of French companies, which works in a very interesting program supported by its government. So the French government sent a lot of internships to the French companies in Mexico.
Wow.
So we also take care of all that immigration area. We take care since the very beginning when they are planning to assign an expat in
Right.
Mexico. We give them the advice what kind of migratory status they need to have, if they come as a resident or if they come as a visitor or if they come as a businessman, because there are different consequences
Right.
for each of them.
Right.
Some consequences really important to take care from the company, because there are tax consequences,
Right.
there are payroll consequences,
Right.
social security issues involved on that. So it's really important for the companies to take care of all those issues, and also for the foreigner himself,
Right.
because he also needs to take care of his social security, his payroll, all those stuff, no?
Wow.
So it's really a lot of things that we need to take care, and it's really easy if we make it on time.
Right.
So the foreigner can be anytime calm and relaxed and relying on our expertise that is going to make for them to have a successful experience of expatriation.
You know, I think it's a great comfort for people to hear timely delivery, because we live in a time, and unfortunately still, we're in a transition of a country where people think, well, it's going to take forever. But it's so good and refreshing to hear that everything that you just described at the end will be a timely delivery. So congratulations on that. And, you know, now I want to make another transition. You know, in the everyday work that we do, sometimes, in our case, teaching, people just imagine that we literally go teach and that's it. But there's so much to every world, to every profession, to every company. And I would like to hear maybe some of the highlights that you could give us. You know, in our case, we've taught, you know, people that we can't even say in public because of their level of importance and so forth, right? And we know that there's a greater impact, but I want to hear from you. Who have you had the opportunity to work with, or what type of experience has this position given you? I think our audience will greatly enjoy hearing about that. Please.
Well, in this profession and in this area of specialization, I have had the opportunity to get in contact with many different kind of professions of people. Some of them are very high level executives.
Right.
Some of them actors, actresses. We have been involved in some productions, some filming. So, for example, we bring the contest of, it's the Amazing Race. It's the program. It's a reality show that was the favorite of my family on that time. So it was a great opportunity to live it from inside, because we take care of all the visa process for all the participants.
Wow.
All the contestants that was participating in that reality show needed to come to Mexico, because it was the finish line here. So the prize was going to be granted here.
Right.
So it was very interesting, because we were involved in all the production area. So also they bring to have all the cameras. So we have to make all that paper. Wow. So it was really interesting.
It sounds amazing.
That.
I mean, it sounds like you have these kind of opportunities, and wow. So artists, actors.
Yeah.
And,
also,
wow.
we bring sometime. We have the opportunity to bring Vicentico, Calle 13.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Very interesting. It's this.
Congratulations, and that's what I mean. You know, like when we exit the norms of the office, there's a world out there that opens up to us via our professions, and it's so enriching for us to hear it, and for our audience to know that this happens all the time. And with that, I'd like to conclude by asking you the question of those people that are out there learning a second or a third language, whether they may be even from high school all the way up to the professional ones that may already have knowledge of another. What will your words be to them? How would you motivate them, or what would be that key phrase that they should hear about why it is important to continue in this journey of languages?
Well, the advice I could give to any people that is outside, that is watching us, please keep on your efforts to learn a second language.
Right.
A second language puts the world in your hands.
Wow. Okay.
You don't have boundaries because you can choose anything you want all around the world. Now in this time of globalization,
Right.
the world is in our hands. So we can travel even by internet,
Right.
but we can go in presence, no?
Right.
But we can keep in touch with the knowing of a language, no?
Wow.
It's a way to communicate to the world.
Right.
So, like you most of the time say, it's not a language, it's a lifestyle.
There you go.
Nowadays, really. Sometimes in my area, I don't remember in what language I'm talking. No,
Okay.
sometimes you see a movie or you see a label, and you keep on talking. For example, when I'm with a client, sometimes I keep on referring to the waitress. Please bring me a glass of water. I hadn't noticed that I was
Yeah.
speaking in another language.
Wow.
So I think it's really important.
You know, with that note, with such an incredible note, I would like to bring this incredible interview to a conclusion. Yes, the world is in our hands nowadays, and Luz just illustrated that for us, and all these opportunities that you've mentioned, from the customers to the experiences. It's so incredible to hear that a second or a third language was always associated. There was always something happening. And so we want to continue to motivate our audience. And as she said, you know, it's not a language, it's more than a language, it's a lifestyle. And this is one of the lifestyles that is impacted by learning that second or a third language. So thank you very much, guys. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Thank you.